Am I the a-hole for aborting my ex-fiance's baby even though it may be his only chance? Hefty title, I know. I don't want this to be long as I'm on a time limit, so I'll be quick. I, 30 female, have been dating my now ex-fiance, 35 male, for 5 years. From my knowledge, our relationship was perfect. He was a gentleman, a sweetheart, kind, and genuine. All the things I ever wanted. A little over a week ago, I started feeling pretty sick and nauseous. The possibility of being pregnant really didn't even enter my mind, as I'll explain, but I took a test anyway and it came back positive. Took another to be sure, and yeah, I'm pregnant. It hurts because I was genuinely so happy at the news, just being really giddy and excited. For context, my ex-fiance has little to almost no sperm. Not sure of the medical term, but his balls are too hot basically. My oh. My ex has always wanted to be a dad. That's been his dream since I met him. And when we both had fertility testing, when we started trying, he was crushed learning about his infertility. He went on a pretty bad spiral briefly with alcohol that was hard to watch. Anyway, you can understand how excited I was to tell him all of this. I left work early and headed home. I tried phoning him but didn't get any answer. He was in our bed, sleeping with an escort. I generally can't even explain the heartache I felt walking through the house looking for him and hearing them together. The absolutely disgusting things she was saying about me. Apparently, she got off on the fact that he was cheating. I lost it, crying and yelling, dragged her out by her hair, and just started screaming at my ex. He was apologizing, saying he didn't mean to, that he was sorry, and that it was just intimacy, and that he loved me. The effing cheater handbook. I was so angry and hurt. I really shouldn't have, but I just blurted out that I was pregnant and I would be booking a visit to the clinic ASAP. He didn't believe me at first, so I threw my test at him. He started crying a little, then asked if I cheated. I told him it didn't matter either way because I'd be terminating it and left. He's been messaging me constantly, showing up to my parents' place, apologizing and begging for me not to terminate. It hurts because I wanted this baby too. It's not like it's an easy decision, but I can't keep it. I know that I will be tied to him for the rest of my life, and I refuse to let that happen. I'm grateful for my baby because they helped me find out my ex cheating, but I just can't keep it. My ex has just been sleeping in his car outside of my parents' house. He called me one time on the way to work, and he said that I don't even have to be in his life or the baby's, that I can sign away all parents' rights just to be please let him have this opportunity, but I mentally can't. I know that if I kept it, I wouldn't be able to just give it away. I booked an appointment next week, earliest I can do. So am I the a-hole? I feel a bit morally conflicted, especially since this might be his only chance of having biological kids, which he desperately wants. That's really crazy. Cheating with an ex-wife is even crazier. And the fact that she got off to him cheating and then her saying disgusting things about his fiance, that's even more crazy. But what do you guys think? I don't know. I'm morally conflicted too, honestly. I mean, in one way, I feel like she should get back at him for cheating. And besides, like, having a child ties you to someone for the rest of your life, unless the child dies. But that's here and there. So what do you guys think she should do? Should she abort it? Should she keep the baby? I don't know. Am I the a-hole for refusing to attend my friend's wedding because she didn't invite my significant other, claiming she forgot to include him on the guest list? This is a throwaway account. So I, 28 female, have been friends with Lynn, 29 female, since meeting in college. And despite our differing views, we've always been close. Lynn recently got engaged, and as she began planning her traditional and somewhat conservative wedding, I knew there might be some challenges. When the wedding invitations arrived, my heart sank as I noticed that my significant other, Jake, 30 male, wasn't included. Concerned, I called her, hoping it was a mistake with printing or something, only to hear her say, "Oh, I totally forgot to include Jake on the guest list, but you can still come, right?" I hesitated, knowing that the issue wasn't just an oversight. Jake is transgender, and I was aware of Lynn's Republican views on gender and relationships due to the fact that for years we've specifically argued over Jake being trans. I knew that she felt it was unnatural for people to stray away from the gender they were born with, and I did feel that was deeper motivation. I explained how important Jake is to me and that excluding him felt like a rejection of our relationship. Len brushed it off, claiming that they were already over the guest list limit and didn't want to complicate things. I knew this was untrue because she herself told me weeks prior she wasn't limiting the amount of people that could attend. Unable to go without Jake, I made the difficult decision to skip the wedding. As the day approached, Len reached out again, asking if I reconsidered. I stuck to my decision, trying to convey the impact her exclusion had on him and me as an extension due to the fact that I was not willing to let it slide. She deliberately left him off the list. Now our mutual friends are divided. With some accusing me of making it about politics and others supporting my decision to stand up for my relationship. Am I the a-hole here? What does politics have anything to do with anything? At the end of the day, if you're friends with someone and they're with a spouse or a partner or whatever the hell it is, then you should invite them too. I don't get it. Like, if you're going to be friends with someone, whomever they bring you should also be part of whatever you invite them to. I know it's her wedding, it's her day, it's her views, it's her, at the end of the day, it's her decision. But if someone invited me and they didn't invite my partner, especially for some odd reason like this, then I wouldn't want to go. The hell? Am I the a-hole for not wanting a guy included in our mom friend group? I, 35 female, am a single mother to two kids, 5 and 3. Both my kids are in daycare, and over the years, I have built a solid friend group with a handful of other moms, and our kids regularly get together for play dates. The father of my kids is not in the picture at all, and my relationship with him is non existent. This is 100% for the best, and I am currently in therapy to deal with a lot of the things that my ex did to me. This friend group has literally been a lifesaver for me at times. A few months ago, there were two new kids that started at our daycare center. They are similar in age to my kids and were placed in the same classes as them. I noticed that their dad was the only parent to ever pick up or drop off the kids. He would try to make small talk with me a few times, but I am uncomfortable around strange men, so I would be polite but not engage further than that. Our mom group has a group chat that we use to support each other and arrange play dates. A few weeks ago, one of the moms texted the group chat. She was adding this new dad to our group chat because he wanted to have his kids participate in play dates outside of daycare. I privately texted the other mom and told her that I don't feel comfortable with a man I don't know having my contact information, and told her that she should have consulted all of us before deciding on her own to add him to our group chat. I then texted the rest of the moms and told them that I want them to keep a separate group chat without the other dad because I don't know him and it makes me uncomfortable. This resulted in a lot of divided opinions, with about half of the moms agreeing to a separate chat and the other half saying that would be too difficult to keep track of and it's wrong to exclude another parent just because he's a man and that I'm being unreasonable. The mom I texted privately replied to me that she has talked with this dad numerous times and that he seems like a nice person and good parent and that his kids shouldn't be excluded if they want to hang out with their friends outside of daycare. She told me I am being difficult and making this all harder than it needs to be. The other day when I picked up my kids, my 5-year-old was upset because a bunch of his friends were talking about a play date that he wasn't invited to. I texted moms about it and they said that they were getting the kids together with the new dad and didn't invite my kids because of how I was acting. I told them that it was rude to exclude my kids like that, and a couple of moms told me to grow up because that's exactly what I was trying to do to this dad and his kids. I'm at a loss because these moms have been so supportive to me in the past, and as soon as this dad comes in the picture, it's like they pulled a 180 and don't seem to care at all. There are still other moms who agree with me, but now it's like our friend group has been divided by this. So OP is basically asking if she's the a-hole. I feel like OP is not the a-hole in terms of her now wanting a random man to have her contact information, and the group should have been told that a new person, especially a man, is being added. But I feel like in a way, these are not her personal close best friends. This is just a mom group that she met a while back. So for her to, and then the purpose of them, the whole group is for the parents to support each other. And if a man who's a dad, who happens to be a dad, wants to, be in the group and he wants to keep up with the play dates so his kids can be invited to things and his kids can be included in activities, then I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, she can just keep her distance from him.